Wud Up. So I just wanted to go ahead and say that the jury got it right in the case of recommending the death penalty for Lonnie David Franklin Jr., aka the Grim Sleeper. He was found guilty of killing 9 women and a teenager, and they recommended that he get 10 death sentences, which is the absolute right move in a case like this. This guy knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing the entire time. Personally, I feel like when you've killed this many people, it doesn't really matter in the situation. To me, I personally feel, on the whole, you kill 10 people, you should go and get the death penalty. I get the whole, like, a life is this and that and everything else, but putting a guy who's killed over 10 people in jail, it kind of gives you the sense that he's won overall, because ultimately you're a sick fuck when you do shit like that anyways. Killing any one person makes you a sick fuck, but when you are a serial killer, it makes it even worse. Ultimately they also believe that there were actually more victims than what they got him on charges for, but ultimately these charges will take care of all of it because the death penalty is permanent, and that's that. I just wanted to comment on it and say, I'm just happy that we have a jury that decided to go ahead and give the right recommendation instead of trying to say this guy should get life in prison. He should, and I think it would have been an injustice to these families. Even one of the parents in the thing said that they felt like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth situation, and you can't blame them for that. And the one thing I want to say is that anybody that feels like the death penalty is overboard and thinks that it shouldn't happen and this and that and we should keep these people alive, what I want to do is I want to ask you, how many of your loved ones have been murdered? How many of your friends have been murdered? How many of your friends' friends have been murdered? If you have never had someone in your life get murdered, you cannot sit here and say this is right or this is wrong, because the emotions of this stuff are completely different. It changes the entire outlook on your life when a tragic event happens to you. I just wanted to throw that in there because I know that a lot of people don't agree with me on certain things with the death penalty, and that's their right, and I respect that right, but we just have to agree to disagree in some situations. That's all for this video. If you got any comments or anything, leave them below. I'll holla at you later. Peace.